Hello, everyone. As some of you know, I was a Fulbright visiting scholar in Kansas State University in 2016. For the last 10 years, I've really been involved in a Fulbright activity as an alum, and I became the board member of Fulbright Association North Dakota 2 years ago. Oh, I've had a lot of friends, family members who have asked me questions about other exchange programs, including the foreign Fulbright scholar program. Last week, I had the opportunity to attend the information session at the U.S. Embassy in Cameroon. I had some points to share with you. It's very good today that we have the internet and we can attend the meeting on Zoom and thousands of people can flood in. But in 2016, when I was coming in, I think Zoom was not this popular, and people had to go to the embassy. We had to pay the transport. You would come, travel overnight from Chang, and then uh, you have to come a day in advance, attend the session, and go. So it basically takes you 2 to 3 days out of your schedule. And that is what shows the importance that you pay to this program just from the information session. So I want to just summarize some points. I cannot go over all what we learned and the question and answer sessions, which took us 2 hours. One of the points we should understand is that Fulbright foreign student is the only degree conferring program by the American Embassy. So you can have an entire degree in the United States for free just by enrolling in this program. And all of us know where we come from. I know there's that top 1% in Cameroon that has the money, but the rest of us, a normal Cameroonian doesn't have the money. I've been in the university in Chang for 25 years. I've visited most campuses that existed before 2010. And to pay 50,000 francs, at times it delays. And then before you pay and rents and photocopy papers, many students cry. So I learned the example of India and China, for example. When they have a scholarship, somebody takes 2, 3 years to prepare because these are countries with over 1 billion people. So you can have 1 million people who qualify for a scholarship. So you don't give room to error. Just consider the World Cup, for example. Nobody is an observer at the final stage. All the teams come to win. So if you really want to apply for this program, to have the support for 2 years, there are hundreds and thousands of Cameroonians who qualify because they have the degree, which is the minimum qualification. You need to pay attention. We complain about data, telephone, network. There are about 4 networks. You have to choose one of the best, right? Look for an environment to sit down, follow it up. Uh, if you didn't follow it up, you should know next year is not far. Because I have at least 5 people who always say, "Oh, I missed it this year." When you talk to the person in July, he will say, "When is it? I want to go in." You say, "Please, just be looking at the website and Facebook of the U.S. Embassy." By January, the person is asking, "When is the date?" I say, "Well, it's public. It's not like they send it to us privately." February, March, when they announce the date for the information session, the person will be like, "Oh, I've already registered." On that day, I was in class. I traveled. Please, I'm not saying that those things are not important, but you need to set your priorities. If you want to benefit from these things, since 1960, this program has existed in Cameroon and is one of the only things that puts all of us at the same level. The son of a minister and the son of a peasant like myself, or the son of a farmer in a better term, had that opportunity. And I think like many people who complain that they cannot get other opportunities on earth, the Fulbright has equal opportunities for all of us. There's a point that I emphasize a lot, and I heard every leader at the embassy said the same thing, from Amanda to Jessica. Please, leadership potential in addition to their academic merit. If you are the first in your class, that's academic merit. So if there's not a leadership potential, you have 4 parts to fill. Once you fill a paper in the US, once they give you a form and you leave out one question, blank, you are gone. You know why they are asking that question. So many students or many candidates I've interviewed, many applicants, they are not leaders. They are good students, they are good researchers, and they will not make it in this program. Never suspect like somebody didn't want your head, somebody didn't want you to go through. These information sessions are out there. And when you submit an application online, you never know the person who reviews it. So nobody can sit in an office and be against you. Why do I emphasize on this point? Many people feel inferior. Many people think like, as a Cameroonian, if this person or that person. But here, all of us are at the same level. If it was not like that, I would also have brought all my family here through that program. Also have discussed only with people from a particular environment. But I know it's a level playing field. So you can do a master's or a doctoral program in the United States, and it's life-changing. I've written a lot of books, expressed a lot. If I talk about my domain, will not be at the same level. But when I talk about general issues like the culture, the places I visited, the people I encountered, all of us will know that whether you did chemistry, you did law, you did public health, you can have access to all of these same resources. For me, it has been life-changing. I don't just look at myself as a agricultural researcher. I use my domain to play a role in food security from Cameroon and beyond, to discuss and learn other issues that are very important for global peace. I had been involved in a lot of activities with people from other countries and discussed on the same table with people who are very important in our world. I tell people it was an honor to be in the same hall with a sitting president and discussing. Because I remember one time in 2010, I used to attend a meeting with the SDO, and I'll be listening. I will not be a participant. That's the truth. I went to National Agro-Pastoral Show in Bolova. It was with the President of the Republic. I was a listener. I was not an active participant. But just imagine yourself in a place with the senators of the United States, with a sitting president, participating in the discussion. That's not something we can take for granted. For those who are thinking like, okay, why should I really take my time to prepare in the scholarship? The first thing is the tuition, that's the school fees. In America, is in millions. And you get that once you are awarded. Round ticket from Cameroon to any part of the US and back is free. Every month you receive something, more than £1,000,000 to be precise. Every month. And you have accident benefit plan. All these things will be available for you. So that's why I'm emphasizing that you need to work hard. You need to prepare. And basic qualification, you just need to be a Cameroonian, have at least a bachelor's, English proficiency. When I say English, some people think like, okay, I must have studied in English all my life. I've been in this program with a lot of people who studied in the French system of education. They were able to go through the basic English. They passed all these standard exams. So you can do it better, right? And special accommodations are available for students with disabilities. So I think I will encourage a lot of people with disabilities, persons with disabilities, to apply the special accommodation. And they say diseases, no matter the country where we found ourselves, it happens. Many people start the application and they never click submit. Please, you show us that these discussions, these information sessions are important. Once you can complete your application and click submit, just imagine an information session in a country of 30 million people. And at the end of the day, you have 50 applications. It simply shows that there was no interest. If you are interested in such a program, each division can have more than 50 to 100 candidates. And once you click submit and we have 5,000 candidates, it encourages us that we're doing a good job. I say us because the Fulbright alumni play an important role in the way the program works. And you know, the deadline in the US is very important. They cannot extend it. I keep on talking about the future because you cannot listen to me today and prepare an application in 2 weeks. It's not usually doable. I don't encourage anybody to do such a thing. I'm telling you, next year is not far. So just take your time, prepare. You want to be the best in Cameroon, so you really need to prepare. So what are the application components? You need a general application form online. You need a CV. So each component, no matter how simple, you need to learn. Ask yourself, is that how an American writes it? You need to go read it. Show a person. To be honest with you, my application was just 4 pages. I discussed it with a lot of senior colleagues, a lot of professionals. I read over it over and over. Took a dictionary to look at each word, whether it was the best. I remember a particular word that I thought I missed it. I traveled from Jang to Bamenda to discuss with a colleague who was specialized in English. The dictionary said, okay, the 2 ways are still correct. And I was really troubled. Please, your certificates, yes, that's normal. Transcripts, all your transcripts, all courses that you attended after the advanced level. or after high school. The personal statement, statement of proposed study, writing sample, all these things, you need time to prepare, share with people, make sure they are standard. So you cannot do it in 2 weeks. So they need a writing sample, like a publication, even part of your thesis. So a thesis can be 100 pages, 200 pages. They don't want you to send your thesis. Just cut a section of 20 pages. The last and the most important thing I want to share with us is looking at your research or your project to tie with the US government priorities. At first, I used to ask myself, what are those priorities? Or use Google, I'll do this. You just go to whitehouse.gov/priorities. If you follow all these instructions and submit your application, first, it shows that the work, the effort of the alumni in Cameroon, the US Embassy information sessions have been useful. But we cannot promise you that you will have it. And all good candidates will have it someday. Please, when you're applying, you should know that there are more than 100 other candidates. If somebody promises you that you will get it, that's a big lie. You may get it. And there are many other exchange programs that are similar. If you can be a very good candidate with all these documents, whether you want to apply for community solutions programs in future, home free program, international visitor leadership programs, they have a lot of similarities. That's 80 to 90%. All these documents remain the same, but they will not be degree. They are not non-degree programs. Some of them can be shorter, not up to 2 years and things like that. But if not, once you prepare all these documents, you follow up with us long in advance, we'll work out with you, we'll show you many other opportunities that are free and available. Thank you so much for listening.